Santipur of Swayambhu. According to Swayambhu Puran, Kathmandu used to be a big lake. Saying human settlement can be done here, Bodhisattva Manjusri drained out water from Chobar Hill. After that, Kathmandu Valley is believed to have been built. One lotus flower originated. That flower later became a mountain. This mountain is known as Swayambhu. Swayambhu is considered to be the oldest stupa. Santipur temple is located in the northwest corner of Swayambhu Mahachaitya. The existence and history of this Santipur temple is understood by associating it with tantric rituals. Konusa of magic tell many interesting stories about the temple and tell amazing stories about its magical structure. The Santipur temple in Swayambhu has been a sacred and wonderful temple since ancient times. The Santipur temple, located north of Swayambhu Mahachaitya, is an important Newari Buddhist site in the Kathmandu Valley. Santipur temple is a secret temple. No one is allowed to enter here. Only those who have received tantric initiation can go. Looking at this temple, made of bricks and clay, one can see it alone. But there are 3 floors. There are 2 underground floors. There is a legend about the power of this temple. Impressed by the reverence and inspiration for Buddhism, King of Gaur, Prachanda Dev came to Nepal to pay homage to Sri Swayambhu, leaving behind all his royal duties. After seeing and worshipping Swayambhu's bright magical light, he met one of Manjusri's disciples, monk Gunakar Vikchu, and became his disciple. Monk Gunakar Vikchu gives him all the necessary teaching, and he was named from Prachandra Dev to Santikaracharya. Through his divine power, monk Santikaracharya sees a vision that as time passes, people will be more greedy and sinful. People will steal from others and cheat others. In that situation, the incomparable, wonderful Swayambhu's bright magical light will also not be safe. After such a situation is created, faith in religion will also decrease. From time to time, Buddha statues, various materials and even items related to Buddhism will be stolen. In such a case, he realized that no one could defend the Swayambhu's bright magical light. Therefore, in order to protect such a wonderful, non-existent magical light, he covered Swayambhu's bright light, constructing Swayambhu Mahachaitya as we see today. After that, to protect against natural forces like water, light, earth, air, sky, Santipur, Vasupur, Nagpur, Vayupur and Agnipur was established. By making such necessary arrangements, Santikaracharya of Nepal Mandal, by making a prediction, entered the Santipur cave he had built and stayed there forever. People believe that Tantric Santikaracharya is still meditating on the ground floor. With the same belief, they worship in Santipur with the belief that any problem will be solved. Inside the Santipur cave, it is believed that there are 3 ways to see that bright magical light of Swayambhu, the way to Nagbhuvan, and the way of innumerable horrible scary ghosts and evils. This is something that many Newars of Nepal Mandal know, that at one time all our ancestors were skilled in tantric learning. Among them, Jamana Guvaju, meaning Guvaju who never eat rice in Newari language, was very skilled in tantric and was one of the strictest and wisest tantric gurus. Jamana Guvaju's house was located in Barmutol and had a dugout well outside Japutunchi. Every day, Jamana Guvaju used to enter that Japutunchi well and worship the various terrifying ghosts and demons living inside by feeding whatever they said, and Jamana Guvaju used to get out from Swayambhunath's Santipur door. It is said that in this Santipur, there are 7 doors. No one has been able to enter through these 7 doors except Jamana Guvaju. According to another legend, one day, goddess Santipur asked one priest for sacrifice and said, "Today I asked for sacrifice on my own free will. Are you ready to do that?" The priest gladly accepted because he had the power to present anything to the goddess by means of Tantra. He did not know that his youngest son was also following him when the priest went to Santipur that day. The goddess asked for the sacrifice of the same son. Without saying a word and thinking, the priest offered his son to the goddess. Due to this incident, the priest and his assistants still do not go back to Santipur to worship. From this time onwards, it was customary to put metal hooks on the feet of all children. It is said that the practice was carried out to find out if any children is following any priest on his way to Santipur. There is a legend that the son who was sacrificed to the goddess was born as Rato Machindranath in Kamaru Kamaksha. During the reign of Malla king Pratap Malla, there was a drought in Kathmandu. When there was no rain, King Pratap Malla came to Swayambhu looking for a solution. The gurus then suggested him about a holy book in Santipur. They said, if that book is pointed towards the sky, it will rain. Only Buddha Acharya priests and great devotees can enter Santipur. King Pratap Malla also had to take tantric teachings, as only those who had taken necessary teachings could enter Santipur. Therefore, two monuments named Pratappur and Anantapur were built on the left and right side of Swayambhu. Pratap Malla learned all necessary teachings in Pratappur. Only after the necessary tantric teaching, he was allowed to enter Santipur. When there was no rain in Nepal, King Pratap Malla entered Santipur by opening up to 3 doors, brought out the book written with the blood of a black snake and showed it to the sun. As soon as he did that, the rain falls on Kathmandu Valley. This incident is something that all tribals of Nepal Mandal have been hearing about it. The temple bears inscription dating back to 1658, remembering King Pratap Malla entering the temple during the drought to appease the serpent gods and bring rain in Kathmandu Valley. It is said that when King Pratap Malla entered the Santipur temples underground, King Pratap Malla found the priest Santikaracharya looking emancipated but alive. Therefore, thus Santipur and Swayambhu Chaitya is very wonderful, supernatural, holy place. Santipur is a pride not only for Buddhism and Newars, but for the whole of Nepal. This is not a made-up thing. What is not in the whole world is here in Swayambhu. Every avatars of Buddha from Satya Yuga, as well as the all gods and goddesses, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, and sages from different corners of the world have been entering our country to visit this Swayambhu's bright light and Chaitya. There are 3 doors to enter Santipur. The general public is allowed to enter through the first door, while only the initiated anointed person who has taken the mantra at the second door is allowed to enter. No one is allowed to enter the sacred cave from the third gate. It is mentioned in Swayambhu Puran that King Gunakam Dev, Narendra Dev, Siddhi Muni Dev, King Jaya Pratap Malla, etc. entered Santipur. Similarly, it is mentioned in the history that after King Gunakam Dev visited Nagraj in the cave in 1043 BS, heavy rains started in the Kathmandu kingdom. It is described in Vristi Chintamani hymn written by King Pratap Malla that when King Pratap Malla entered Santipur on the day of Asar Krishna Chaturthi in 1770th Nepal Sambat and brought out a book written with the blood of a snake and showed it to the sun, the rain started in the Kathmandu kingdom. The copper plate of 1856 BS states that when King Rana Bahadur Shah forcibly entered the second gate of Santipur, the vision of his eyes was destroyed, and only after apologizing prayer, the king regained his sight. Built over 1500 years ago, it was originally dedicated to the sky god. The tantric says Santikaracharya is still believed to be living inside Santipur. Santipur was originally called Akaspur, but was later renamed after the enigmatic tantric Santikaracharya. Tantric says Santikaracharya is also said to have conquered death. Santipur is regarded as the most sacred and secret of all the historic shrines of Newar Buddhism. This Santipur is said to cover the entrance to an underground network of the rooms that connect with the hidden inner core of Swayambhu Stupa. Thank you.